Welcome to another Adobe Script tutorial. This time, Illustrator stroke properties. This video will focus on how to draw straight lines. In a future video, I'll cover fill and other properties that apply to closed rectangular shapes with corners. The first thing to know about Illustrator is the coordinate system. Like most applications, if you double-click the top left corner of the ruler, the 0 point is reset to the top left corner of the document. However, Illustrator is based on PostScript, which uses a coordinate system where 0 is at the bottom, not the top. So keep in mind, in script code, a positive value goes higher, off the page. Negative values go down, onto the page. Here's the code we'll run on this blank document. It starts with a few essential variables. The document that is open, a swatch variable that refers to the black swatch, the one layer at index 0, stroke weight set to 1 point. To draw a line, we need a path defined. A simple line is made of 2 points, where to start and where to end. Any point requires 2 numbers. First, the x-coordinate, second, the y-coordinate. The x-coordinate is set to 12, meaning 12 points in from the left edge of the document. The y-coordinate is minus 12, to keep it on the page, rather than higher off the page if it were positive instead. For the end point, use the same minus 12 y-coordinate so the line is straight across. This, of course, could be any other value to create an angled line. The x-coordinate is set to 72 points. That puts it across the page a bit. Let's run the script and see the result. A straight line that runs from 12 points to 72 points. Now let's examine the properties that make the line. The function addLine creates the line. It requires one argument, entire path, to which we pass the path to draw array. In the function, first create a new path. I've named it line. Then set its properties. Closed is false because a line is not a box. Filled is also false because it's just a line that has no fill. Next is stroke cap. The usual is but end cap. I won't go into detail on this topic, just list the values available to control the type of stroke cap. Choices are but end cap, projecting end cap, and round end cap. The same choice is found in Illustrator. Next is whether the line is dashed or solid. Set the property stroke dashes to an array of either 1 or 2 numbers, or leave it empty. One number makes the dashes and spaces between them the same length. When 2 numbers, first is the dash length followed by the space between dashes. Or leave the array empty and the line is solid. For example, let's do 6 points for the dash and 3 points in between. Save the script and try it. It makes a dashed line. I'll put it back to empty so it's solid. Now stroke join. The choices I have listed for reference, but I won't demonstrate each because they have no effect on a line. These properties are for rectangular shapes that have corners. I'll cover that in a future video. Next is the stroke color. Assign the color property of the swatch variable defined at the start. The property stroke is set to true. Overprint can be true or false, your choice. For stroke weight, I've applied the value of the stroke weight variable, or 0.1. That way, if stroke weight is not defined, it falls back to a value so it's not an error. In this case, 0.1 point, a hairline. The last step is provide the array of points that makes the path we want to draw. I have a second function to perform the repetitive steps, add point. There are two arguments: the path we're adding to and the coordinates of the point we're adding. This is called an anchor point. The function is called from a loop that looks at each point in the entire path variable and sets the line's path to match. It is possible to provide coordinates for each anchor point's control points, or handles as they are also called. These are to create curved lines, also known as Bezier curves. For this video, I won't go into that advanced subject. The focus here is how to draw straight lines. But even for simple lines, we still have to set the stroke properties. The properties left direction and right direction are the position to which each handle is pulled out from the anchor point to create a curve. For straight lines, set these values to the same value as the anchor point. Then the handles are not pulled out, and there are no curves. Also for straight lines, set the property pointType to corner. Smooth is for curves. And that is how to draw a straight line in Illustrator. I've made a download for the code. Get it at the link in the description. Like this video and subscribe. Also, leave a comment. All feedback is welcome. Click the video or playlist on screen for more. Thank you for watching.